This is The Rabbit Journey. The Rabbit Journey is a platformer game for learning English in a fun and active way. The game has two types of gameplay. One, platforming, jumping between platforms to travel from island to island. And two, island gameplay, collecting carrots inside each island. Each carrot represents a word, and later you can use those words to fight a dragon. The dragon tests your word knowledge. The world contains a main island, where you can practice movement and controls, 5 learning islands, each testing a different word category, platforms route between the islands. These routes introduce new platform types each time, so you can learn them step by step. And last, a final boss island where you can test all the categories combined. Oh, sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Michal Fried. I'm an Unreal Authorized instructor and I teach Unreal Engine at GameReady. I also teach English for a pretty long time already, and I create many educational games, for example, this Rabbit Journey. This game has originally created for the Game Jam at GameReady last year that I had the pleasure to organize and participate. After the jam, I continued working on this game as a side project. This game is designed for a student who wants to have fun while practicing English words. The categories include things like colors, family, animals, and many other common beginner categories. When you start the game, you choose 5 categories you want to learn. You simply drag and drop the categories you want and start the game. Before playing, you can also choose whether the words should have audio or be text only. Some students prefer hearing the words, not just reading them. When you enter an island, you'll see a sign showing the category of that island. Inside the island, you collect carrots, and each carrot shows you a word from that category. After you collect all 10 carrots, you can approach the dragon and start the battle. During the battle, a word appears above the dragon and changes every few seconds. At the top of your screen, you can also see the current category and the current word at all times. The student must decide quickly, does this word match the category? And if it does, they can aim at the dragon and attack with left click. If the word matches the category, the dragon loses health. If the word does not match the category, the dragon gains health. To help students who struggle with aiming, the settings allow you to turn off manual aiming. With auto-aim, the game teleports the player directly on top of the dragon every time, so they can focus only on the words. The carrots in the game are actually very important. First, carrots teach you the words. Each time the student picks up a carrot, they see a new word, so it's important to pay attention. If you want, you can even increase the time that the word stays on the screen, giving the student more time to read. Carrots are also your life. If you run out of carrots, then, on the easy difficulties, the student sits down for a few seconds and reviews the 10 words from the island again. And on max difficulty, the game fully restarts from the beginning. You can think about it as hardcore mode. During the review, the student cannot attack the dragon. They can only focus on reading the words again. And the best part about the carrots are also your final score. So the real question is, how high do you think you can score? The dragon doesn't just wait. Every few seconds it throws rings at you. If a ring hits you, you lose 1 carrot. You must jump to dodge them. If this is too hard, you can change the settings and make the dragon shoot slower. In order to get to the next island, you need to travel along a path of platforms. To start your path, you first need to reach the lever on the island and press E to pull it. If the lever is gray, it means you must collect all the carrots and defeat the dragon before moving forward. Once you win the battle, the lever lights up and the path to the next island is unlocked. Before you start each island, the game gradually teaches you different types of platforms. Each section introduces a new challenge, so you learn step by step while having fun. Section 1. Basic platforms. The first section has normal platforms. Simple cubes you can jump across. Some are a bit narrow, so you need to be careful with your steps. There are also platforms that move up and down or spin, so timing your jump is important. Section 2. Breakable platforms. Next, you will find platforms that break if you stand on them too long. They start green and turn red as you stay. Don't worry if you fall. The game will teleport you back to the last platform you stood on, so you can keep practicing. Section 3. Ice platforms. Then come the slippery ice platforms. If you stop suddenly, you might slide off. Some ice platforms also move, spin, or can break, so stay alert and plan your jump carefully. Section 4. Conveyors and trampolines. After that, you'll see conveyor belts, which push you automatically in one direction, and trampolines, which launch you into the air. Those are my favorites. Section 5. Teleporting platforms. Next are the teleportation platforms, colorful hexagons that teleport you to another platform of the same color. You'll need to use them strategically to reach the next island. Section 6. Mixed platforms and a new challenge. And finally, at the last section, all the platform types are combined into one big path. Here you will also see levitation platforms, which float you automatically, and swing platforms, which move you back and forth. And in the end, the last platform is a cloud platform that boosts your jump higher the more you jump on it, until you reach the boss island. At the final boss fight, you get to use all the platforms you have learned in order to fight the dragon in a fun way. You also use them after the battle to claim the treasure. Each dragon island is unique and matches the paths you just traveled, so the island feels connected to the path before it. Let's see it. Island 1 is normal and simple, reflecting the first basic platforms. Island 2 includes small bumps to represent the breakable platforms. After the ice path, the island looks like the ice has melted into water that you can interact with. Island 4 is very purple, just like the path you traveled, and includes little trampolines. Island 5 is extremely colorful, just like the teleportation platforms, and even has small teleportation platforms within the island itself. This design gives each battle variety while keeping it connected to the platforming challenges that came before. Now, I want to share some behind the scenes about the game. Many parts of the Rabbit Journey were rebuilt several times to make the game as fun and easy as possible. I received a lot of feedback from students, and I plan to update the game further after seeing it used in class. Even though the game took a long time to create, since I was working on many projects this year, it's not a hard game to make. I wanted it to show how you can create amazing games using simple building blocks. Many elements in the game are based on things I teach new Unreal Engine students. For example, many platforms use basic things, like timeline for the elevator and the spinning platforms, launch character for the trampoline, or teleport for the teleportation platforms. By combining these simple elements, you can create really fun and engaging game. Another example is the Niagara. They are mostly built on the fountain template, with some adjustment like movement, color, and collision. Even small tweaks like this can make the game feel polished and lively. This project taught me many things. I experimented with basic modeling using simple shapes, creating animations and making cutscenes, and many other things I don't normally get to do in my day-to-day work. But the best lesson I learned in this project was this: don't get too attached to your code. The original game had much more content. For example, on the first island, you could enter a house, find objects, and play through a small adventure section. but it made the game feel like two separate games and it reduced clarity. So, I deleted it completely, even though I put a lot of time and effort into it. And honestly, it was the best decision. I also removed a full tutorial level for the same reason. Now the tutorial is simple, optional, and built directly inside the gameplay to create the best first-time user experience. Finally, I want to thank everyone who gave me tips and advice, the Game Ready staff, the mentors, and the students. This project was a real journey, and I hope it inspires you to create your own Rabbit journey.